The Indiana Pacers just squeezed out another late game win, but this time they erased a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter against one of the best defenses in NBA history. In this video, we're going to break down the back and forth battle the Pacers had with OKC's defense and how Indiana had all the right answers down the stretch. Now to start this game, this was looking like another typical OKC performance. First, their heavy ball pressure was pushing Indiana out, leading to a bunch of rushed and contested threes. And when they tried to put the ball down and attack into gaps, they were then met with the Thunder's hand speed and aggressive help defense. We'll see Matherin here catch and rip towards the baseline, and he's instantly met with 3 defenders in the paint. And what also makes OKC different is that all 5 defenders on the court constantly have active hands, while also anticipating where the next pass is going. Andrew Nembhard here is playing this 2-man game with Turner, but look how Lou Dort on the weak side rotates across and breaks up this roll pass. Indiana is able to get the mismatch with Pascal Siakam, but Alex Caruso on the weak side is sitting and waiting to jump on this entry pass. But then along with this overhelping style of defense, OKC is also elite at scrambling and recovering back to their man. Isaiah Joe here gets clipped by the screen, but look how Lou Dort is going to shift across to stop the ball, while Isaiah peels off and takes the next pass. So the combination of OKC's ball pressure, aggressive gap defense, and being able to scramble and plug up any breakdowns is what's made their defense so problematic. And when Indiana was stuck trying to create offense in the half court, they had a really hard time creating separation and getting high quality looks. But what kept Indiana's offense afloat throughout this series was their ability to get out and play in transition. No matter how good any defense is, it's always much harder to stop the ball and get matched up when a team is playing with pace. And that's especially the case with Indiana. First, because pretty much all 5 guys on the court can shoot, and they have multiple elite playmakers. Look how they have 3 players running out wide to space the floor, with 1 big diving towards the rim, and a slight miscommunication by OKC leads to an open 3. But then along with the Pacers being able to spread the floor and dot threes, pretty much everybody can also put the ball down and attack aggressive rotations. Look how Dort is going to slide across to stop the ball, but he then gets blown by on his closeout, which then forces OKC to collapse, leading to another corner 3. Another big positive to Indiana playing with pace is that they could also force quick mismatches in early offense. And they have multiple guys like Toppin, Siakam, and Turner who can feast on smaller guards and wings down low. This quick 3 by Nesmith initially gets blocked, but because Turner is matched up with J-Dub, he can still snag this air ball and get this putback. So because the Pacers always have guys on the court who can shoot, put it down, and make the right play, they've always been really tough to deal with in transition. And that spacing and decision making was enough to slice up OKC's length and speed. Now obviously, in order to have a chance in this game, Indiana was going to have to find ways to create offense in the half court. And most of that actually started with Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner. To start off with Siakam, he's been the Pacers' best isolation scorer throughout the series. If he gets a mismatch and catches somewhere below the 3, he's pretty much guaranteed to generate a good shot. And Miles Turner is another guy who has the same effect. If OKC tried to switch with any of their guards or wings, he had no problem sealing them off for easy catch and finishes. Plus, as the roll man, he pretty much checks all the boxes, being able to stop short and pop jumpers, or put the ball down and create his own shot in open space. Plus, he can also spread the floor and drain threes.
In these playoffs, 6-2. Miles Turner.
And that scoring threat out of pick and roll also opens up additional space for the Pacers guards. We'll see CJ McConnell here working off the screen. And look how Turner's rolling threat pulls Ihart up, giving him this runway to the basket. And Siakam also has the same effect when he's playing in pick and roll. Look how Ihart prematurely rotates down preparing to help on the switch, leaving Obi Toppin wide open for this 3. And then of course, the Pacers guard play was also huge down the stretch. First, Andrew Nembhard had a couple of big time buckets. Watch him here turn the corner off the screen, to then hit this in and out and attack Holmgren's body for the finish. This move here is also tough, where this time he's going to lower his shoulder and attack Caruso's body to then pick up and muscle up his finish. Then on the following play, Nembhard forces OKC to collapse the paint, and he finds Toppin for another open 3.
Back out, Obi Toppin, three-pointer, got it!
Now the next person we have to go over is Tyrese Halliburton, and I think his play style is the perfect counter to the way OKC defends. First, Halliburton is one of the only top-tier point guards across the league who actually plays with a traditional pass-first mindset. He's always reading the entire floor and is ready to capitalize on the smallest breakdown. And the truth is, many of Tyrese's passes don't lead to a direct shot, but he does keep the ball in motion and force the defense in a non-stop scramble. Look how he reads J-Dub sliding across to help on Turner rolling, so he just zips the ball across to Siakam, who can then make the extra pass to Nesmith for the 3. And what also helps is that again, everybody on the floor can shoot and make plays. Look how far this handoff stretches out the defense, giving Mathurin more than enough space to play this two-man game out of the corner. And the combination of the Pacers spacing, plus having legit scorers like Siakam and Turner setting screens and rolling, also gives Tyrese all the time and space in the world to create his own shot out of pick and roll. And while Halliburton isn't known for having the deepest bag off the dribble, he is very good at using screens and setting up attacking angles. Watch him here lose Dort with this in and out, to then get right to the free throw line in 2 dribbles for this runner. And Halliburton is also really good at weaponizing his pull-up shooting to create downhill drives. Watch him here go between and skip out, selling the step back, to then slice back towards the rim with this push cross.
Ball, layup, back shot's good.
But regardless of the offense Indiana created in transition in the half court, they were still down by double figures midway through the 4th quarter. And what really kept them within striking distance was just everybody stepping up and knocking down shots. Nesmith continues to be the best late game shot maker since Ray Allen, and Nembhard on any given play can turn into a prime James Harden. This is a 6-piece combination into a step back 3. And then of course we all know that Halliburton has that late game shot making gene. But outside of Indiana hitting big shots, they also had a couple of clutch second chance points. Down the stretch, OKC had both of their bigs off the court, and nobody was able to keep Siakam off the offensive glass. So overall, I think OKC should still be the favorite in the series, but at the same time, they're going to have their hands full going forward, and they haven't seen a team throughout this postseason who plays with Indiana's high pace, space, and playmaking offense. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments who the kids should break down next. The kids here.